Like, I got some rings and a ring. Don't ask me a thing, how I got a spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it with a sprain? Pain, can I kick it? I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, can I?
We are pleased as efforts, but now they get a trip to Vegas as Nevada.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds. At the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That incomplete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle all the way.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. This is Aaron Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action. Griffin dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Here's Griffin to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, 49 yards. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl, offense. Let's go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Open man right side is Shark. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The 11-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw, because if he had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Pride. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Rolling to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Griffin on first down. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ebron caught left side. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Third down.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded just inside the 30. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Play action. Now Griffin. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. This one out quickly to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Watkins. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the AFC's 48-yard line.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Down. 3rd and 12.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
The 8-yard line.
Second down and goal. Griffin setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Seconds of the first half, and the NFC adds on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 21-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And all the way in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 84 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
And this is going to be secured by the AFC. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. unable to connect in that attempt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Myles Garrett. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
AFC 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the NFC's 13-yard line.
Here's Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And the AFC able to get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now the NFC going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing that one decision.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks, they often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Complete to Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. They go play action. Griffin, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, the NFC. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Team 35, visitors 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Yeah, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just loose.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's the backup Mayfield. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Griffin. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now it's Griffin. And it's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to pull it off.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
2 and now on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Tua. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tua to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the AFC is in for 6. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. punching it in from a yard away. And the NFC just continuing to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these going into this game after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
43.
Now it's Mahomes again.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tua on 4th down. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Cameron Jordan. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. For 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Eric Ebron.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a desperation. They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the AFC. 63 yards. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Marquise Brown, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands.
On downs.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. He's going to go down. His time is now run out on this game. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?